Yo, this is Top Flight, and we're back on our Simon and Garfunkel journey that we just started. You know what I'm saying? They wrote a lot of. The crazy thing is, like, I didn't know that they had wrote as many songs as they have written that other people have taken and done, because I don't know why I didn't
put it together.
Yeah.
I think that's with a lot of songs. I think there's a lot of hit songs that came from somewhere else. Like the biggest one I think I missed was Dolly Parton and
oh yeah, you were wilding for that one. I was like, cut his microphone. Cut his microphone immediately. He didn't know that Dolly Parton wrote the Whitney joint.
I didn't know that. I should have known that, but I didn't know it, and I got to be honest, even if I'm wrong, which happens every once in a while.
Yeah, so let's check out, because one of the fans had said, one of the Simon Garfunkel fans said that we need to check out The Boxer next. So looks like we're here, and we're about to check out The Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel. For some reason, Simon seems like, wasn't he? He was like on TV for something else, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Because that's Paul Simon. And I feel like he did something else. Like he was on TV for something else also.
I mean,
it says he's just a singer, but I feel like I've seen him on like either like...
Paul Simon sounds hella...
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it says he's just a singer, but I feel like he was like on like... not like consistently on like Saturday Night... Oh yeah, Saturday Night Live. Yes, Simon was the host of second episode of Saturday Night Live 75.
Back in the good days?
Yeah, back in the day he hosted it a lot. All the way up, like he even hosted it in like 2001. So he's like one of the hosts. Yes, okay, that's where I wasn't putting it together, but I was like, I know this dude, but then he's like one of the dudes who I think hosted most, and then he also was a performer on there, and they had him on one of the episodes as one of the people I think that hosted most or something like that, and that's where I was remembering it from, because I was like, is this a comedian? But I was like, these are like real dope songs. I was like lost between what was going on, because I only knew him from that. And then they were like, this is Simon and Garfunkel. So, yeah. My bad, y'all.
Some people were locked in.
My bad, man. My bad. Because I was totally wondering what's going on. Let's get into Simon and Garfunkel, The Boxer.
I wonder if that's like Jamie Foxx. Like people they might know him just from his movies. They don't know he does music, or they just know him from music and don't know he does movies. Like you would think everyone would know, but I bet you there's some that just don't put it all together.
I've actually seen it happen. My homie's sons, they thought that Will Smith was never a rapper. And I was talking to him. Yeah, me and him were talking, and we were like, yeah, Will Smith was like one of the first Grammy rap winners. And they were like, Will Smith raps? And they were like totally lost. But see, that's what I'm saying. It's just like eras. And like that era is even closer than Simon and Garfunkel. Like Simon and Garfunkel is like the 60s and 70s. So it's like, I totally wouldn't know that. But like, because I'm an 80s baby. So it's like, I totally was like totally removed from it. But you got to think like, what's his name was rapping in the 90s and 2000s. His kids were born in the 2000s. So they should have kind of known something, but maybe not. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you move in the world. But let's get into this Simon and Garfunkel, The Boxer.
It really just shows you how irrelevant we all are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
No matter how big you are in this world.
Everyone doesn't know.
Oh, 1 billion people know you? Well, these
other like 6 billion don't.
Have no idea.
Let's get into The Boxer.
Just a poor boy, though my story is seldom told. I have squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. All lies and jest, still a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. When I left my home and my family, I was no more than a boy in the company of strangers, in the quiet of the railway station, running scared. Laying low, seeking out the poorer quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they would know. asking only workman's wages. I come looking for a job, but I get no offers. Just to come on from the wars on 7th Avenue. I do declare there were times when I was so lonesome I took some comfort there. La 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 la. Wishing I was gone, going home, where the New York City winters are bleeding me, going home. In the clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries the reminders of every glove that laid him down or cut him till he cried out in his anger and his shame, I am leaving, but the fighter still remains. Lie, la, lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, lie, la, lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, la, 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 lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, lie, la, lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, la, 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 lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, lie, la, lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, la, 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 lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, lie, la, lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, la, 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 lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, lie, la, lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, la, la, lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, lie, la, lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, la, 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 lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, lie, la, lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, la, 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 lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, lie, la, lie, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, la, 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 lie.
I like the way they use different sounds. Like they experiment with tons of different sounds that I wouldn't usually think that would be the sound you would choose with the style of singing they do. You know what I'm
threw
saying?
Me off, but it was like actually really dope. It was almost like some hip hop stuff. You know what I mean? The way.
Yeah, like the like that was almost like the sound that Pharrell used in.
Yeah.
You know, like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that noise, like that was dope. And I like I like my metaphorical songs. The metaphor of just the boxer and being the idea of going through hard times in life. If you get knocked down, you got to get back up and keep fighting the bruises and the scars and dealing with that and wanting to quit, but still keeping going and having that heart to do it. I think that's super dope. And then the other piece that got me when I looked it up, because I was looking up the chorus, and it said the Lila Lie piece was actually not going to be a part of the song. It was a placeholder for him.
And it just was a dope melody or something?
Yeah, and it was a dope melody, so he left it. That's that stuff I like when you find out stuff like that in the studio, because it happens like that so many times. Like you can go just lay something and you got the melody like I'm gonna go like this and I'm gonna spit it like this, and then some of it just stays because it's the closest thing that sounds right.
No, it's your voice is an instrument. So at the end of the day, it's like whatever the instrument like tells you to do. You know what I mean? But the song does kind of take you on a journey. It kind of feels like they're on this journey in life. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Because what was this in the 60s, or like a lot of this music was kind of like, and there was a lot going on culturally. I think that was kind of.
Let me see when it got released. 69. It was released as a standalone single in 69.
So right at the end of the 60s.
Yep. Right at the time, like I think that's Vietnam. Yeah, I think that's Vietnam because I think my dad's in Vietnam at that time. But the build up, because you talked about that, like how it took you on a journey. I like the build up, and then it goes like it's almost like going through hard times and everything's just hitting in the chaos, and then it goes back down to the bottom, and it's just like la 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 la, and he goes back to that soft sound. You know what I'm saying? But those opposites in sounds is dope to have, like how loud the crash was and that other noise that was yang yang yang, like all those sounds, and they sing so soft, and to do that and make it work, because a lot of people will want everything to be soft, you know what I'm saying, versus like different.
Well, it's almost like maybe the idea of the boxer too is like that. It's kind of like that stadium, like that.
Yeah, that stadium noise.
It was. If there was a Kanye West back then, he would have done some noises, some random stuff that just doesn't make sense normally, but it sounds, because it just takes you out of that, you know, because even when any journey you go on in life has definitely got those bumps, and you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So this is a dope song. I'm surprised, you know what I mean? It's just like, that cover kills me every time.
Like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to Simon and Garfunkel.
If you ain't a member, be a member. Let's go.